Hay un auto rojo que va para allá, que se lo lleva el agua. Mire ese oso, se lo lleva el agua.
¡Mira la micro!
Se inundó la calle.
El loco del día que le está pegando el auto.
The heavy rains that pounded Santiago on Saturday have caused serious damage in several municipalities in the metropolitan region, with Maipú being one of the hardest hit. Flooding has turned parts of the Camino a Melipilla into a veritable river, sweeping away vehicles. Several cars and public buses were swept away by the torrential waters on the Camino a Melipilla on Saturday afternoon, leaving a horrific trail of completely impassable roads. This phenomenon, characterized by extremely heavy rainfall in a short period of time, turned the streets of the commune of Maipú into veritable rivers. Heavy rains that pounded the Maipú region, Santiago province, Chile, caused flooding in several residential areas on Tuesday local time. The heavy rainfall that began early in the morning overwhelmed the drainage system, causing water to overflow into streets and homes. Several main roads were reportedly flooded, hampering residents' activities and traffic flow. Several homes were flooded, forcing residents to secure valuables and seek safer accommodations. To date, there have been no official reports of casualties, but material losses are estimated to be significant. Local authorities and emergency response teams were immediately deployed to monitor conditions, assist with the evacuation of affected residents, and conduct water extraction efforts in flood-prone areas. The local government also urged the public to remain vigilant for potential aftershocks and to follow officials' instructions for safety. The flooding in Maipú has again highlighted the vulnerability of urban areas to extreme weather, especially when rainfall intensity increases rapidly over a short period of time. The local government stated that it will evaluate drainage systems and mitigation measures to reduce the risk of similar incidents in the future. Drivers were forced to abandon their vehicles or become trapped by the expanding floodwaters in a rapidly escalating emergency caused by hail, thunder, and lightning that struck the capital in the middle of summer. According to reports from the field, the El Abrazo sector of Maipú also experienced severe flooding, affecting residential areas unprepared for such an event. In San Jose de Maipo, the activation of a ravine at kilometer 6 of Los Matines Road did not affect anyone, according to Senapred. More than 27,000 homes are without power in the metropolitan region, with Pedro Hurtado and El Monte leading the affected areas.
¡Mira la micro!
Towards the mountainous region of Lo Barnaquilla, the situation becomes even more dangerous due to landslides. A major landslide occurred at kilometer 5.5 of Camino a Farallones, specifically in the Puente Yilvu sector. The National Transportation Safety Board, NSA, reported that 3 people were rescued after being trapped in their vehicles. 2 They also reported, provisionally, that 15 homes and 90 people were isolated. Low. Heavy rains that drenched the Maipú region, Santiago province, Chile, caused flooding in several residential areas on Tuesday local time. Heavy rainfall that fell over several hours caused the drainage system to be unable to accommodate the volume of water, causing it to overflow onto roads, public facilities, and even into people's homes. Water levels reaching 30 to 60 centimeters were reported in several locations, particularly in low-lying areas. This disrupted public activities, including public transportation and teaching and learning activities at a number of schools. Several schools and offices were forced to temporarily suspend operations for safety reasons. Local residents reported that the flooding came quickly. Many of them were unable to save household items, vehicles, or electronic goods. Several vehicles reportedly stalled due to being submerged in water, while small vendors suffered losses as their businesses were also submerged.
El canal se tapó y todo se desbordó.
Emergency response teams, firefighters, and security personnel were deployed to the location to assist with the evacuation of affected residents, especially the elderly, children, and people with disabilities. Officers also pumped out water and cleared drains clogged with mud and garbage. The Maipú regional government declared a state of alert and opened an emergency post to accommodate residents in need of temporary assistance. Aid in the form of food, clean water, and blankets has begun being distributed to flood-affected residents. Health authorities are also on alert to anticipate the emergence of post-flood diseases. This flooding adds to the growing list of extreme weather events that have hit central Chile in recent times. Observers assess the need for improved flood control infrastructure and more climate-adaptive urban planning to minimize the risk of similar disasters in the future.